Have you been feeling worried lately? Or how about this? Maybe you've just been on the edge and had a bit of nervousness that you've been carrying around. How about this third thing? What about stress? Has stress, you feel it in your shoulders, you feel it in your mind, like the heaviness of stress has just been sitting on your shoulders and you don't know what to do, but you can feel it building up and building up. Somebody cuts you off and you just go off. You're ready at a moment's notice to just pop off and make something happen because of how you're feeling on the inside. If any of that is you, then this video is for you. Here's my question. Do you want to be in control of your life? Do you want to be in control of your life? The answer is yes. Do you want to be that person that is nervous? Do you want to be that person that is full of anxiety and worry and doubt and fear? Is that who you want to be? I know the answer to that, and it's no. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 7 practical things, 7 things that you're going to be able to do by the end of this video that you're going to be able to start, that's going to help you take control of your life. It's going to curb that anxiety, it's going to curb that stress, and it's going to make you a better person. I can't wait to see you in the video. I have a special offer that I'm going to have for you at the end of it, so watch it all the way to the end, and always keep hope alive, like and share so that someone else can be blessed. I'll see you in the video. What is anxiety? What is the definition of anxiety? Definition of anxiety is this. It's a feeling of worry, it's a feeling of nervousness or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. Now that's a pretty wide and broad definition, because something with a certain outcome or an uncertain outcome could be your life. A lot of times we carry stress and anxiety because we don't know the direction that we're headed. We don't know what to expect. And so we carry these things that affect us. So what happens with stress? Why is it important to watch this video? Why is it important to take control and get ahead of this anxiety and stress? Because it does certain things. Stress and anxiety can lead to arguments. Stress and anxiety can lead to doubt. Stress and anxiety can lead to sleeplessness. I can't tell you how many times I stayed up at night because I was stressed about something or I had anxiety about something. It's a poison. And that poison, that poison will destroy you if it's not dealt with. And so it's very important that you learn techniques and strategies so that you can live your best life possible and that you're not controlled by these things. So here's some facts about stress and anxiety. Here's some facts. First thing is, it's a natural part. You're going to have it until you die. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much it doesn't matter. Stress and anxiety follows everyone. It's just a part of life. So you need to learn how to deal with it. It comes with breathing. It just comes with breathing. And here's the crazy part. Stress and anxiety will accumulate. It will build up and it will destroy you if it's not being dealt with properly. It will cause problems and issues in your life, in your health, in your relationships, in your job. Everything, every aspect of your life will be affected if you do not deal with anxiety and stress in the correct way. But before we jump into those 7 habits, because 7 things that you're able to do, I'm going to give those to you. Before we jump in those, I need to ask you a question. You need to examine yourself. You need to figure out what stresses you and why. You need to be conscious of those things that pushes you to the edge so that you can know what they are, and that way you can deal with them properly. But I also want you to ask yourself, who am I? What is my home base? What is my habit? Because I can teach you these things, but if you are just a worrisome person, if you're not careful, you'll go back and you'll find a way to be worried. Worried people find a reason to be worried. Mad people find a way to be mad. Sad people find a way to be sad, and vice versa. So you need to be able to look at yourself and see if you need to check yourself from the neck up. and say, listen, what kind of life am I living? What kind of person am I? Do I need to adjust some things in my life? So if you're not that person, if you're just going through a moment and you're carrying this weight on your shoulders, then with these 7 steps, these things are going to help you get to the next level. But if you're not, if you're that person, then you also need to dig deeper and say, listen, I'm not going to be that person anymore. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to look for the best of things. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to let some things go. So let's just jump into this. How can we be proactive in dealing with anxiety and dealing with stress? So first things first, examine your expectations. I learned this from Brendan Brusher. That's so cool. Much of our stress comes from unconscious or unrealized expectations. You have to be clear on your expectations. Be clear on what you want. So many times you wanted something to go like this, but then it went like that, but it was never discussed. It was never laid out. Your expectations were never laid out. You had in your head what you thought, but it wasn't conveyed in the right way, or it wasn't conveyed at all. And then you get a different result, and it causes you to be stressed. It causes you to have anxiety. And so I can tell you a time where I was in a relationship. It was a business relationship, and I thought that I was going to be. I thought that I was. In my mind, we were going this way. In my other person's mind, we were going the other way. And then when it didn't work out at the end and everything blew up, we both had 2 totally different things that were going on in our mind. Whereas if we would have laid out expectations, if we would have discussed those things and put it out, then things would have ended up a lot better. We have to learn to manage the expectations in our lives. Now, here's some examples, or here's how to do that. In every goal or project, have a conversation about what's expected. In your relationship with your partner, have a conversation about what's expected. At your job with your manager or your boss or your employees, have a conversation about what's expected. Like, can you imagine going on a vacation and everybody wants to do something different? Have you ever done that? Gone to Disney or a water park or theme park, and everybody had their own plan on what they wanted to do, and without planning, it could get pretty crazy. Without planning, it could get quite stressful. Whereas if you sat at home before you went out and say, okay, we're going here, Monday we're going to do this, Tuesday we're going to do this, or at 3 o'clock we're going to do this, and then 4 o'clock we're going to go. When you map it out, then the stress is not there, the anxiety is not there, and you're able to have a better outcome, a better result. That's the first thing. So the first thing is manage your expectations. Manage your expectations in your own life, and manage your expectations in all the relationships that are around you. That's going to help you tremendously. Second thing is put yourself in timeout. Learn to put yourself in timeout 1 to 2 to 3 times a day. Like when you are going from one thing to another, from one project to the next, or when things are building up, learn to put yourself in timeout. Get in the corner, go in your car, go in the bathroom, go in the closet, whatever you have to do, put yourself in timeout. Close your eyes and relax. Take you 2 to 5 minutes. Clear your mind. Breathe in your nose, out your mouth. Release everything that's going on in your mind. Before you go to that next project, before you do that next thing, before you go back out to the screaming kids, before you do anything else, pull yourself in, calm yourself, take some deep breaths, then go back at it and get some things done. Why is this important? It's important because stress accumulates. It builds and it builds and it builds, and a lot of times you'll get in an argument later, or you'll get into a fuss later, or you'll get into a problem later that really had nothing to do with that person. It was stress that was built up from earlier, right? That was undealt with, that wasn't managed, that you brought into your situation where you're at now. So put yourself in timeout, calm yourself down, take control of your mind, take control of your thoughts, and release that stuff. You do that once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once at night. It's going to help you tremendously. Dump it, get rid of it. Third thing is feed your mind the right stuff. You have to feed your mind the right stuff. We have too many things going on around us on the TV and social media. Just, you have to feed your mind the right stuff. If you put Jerry Springer and Jerry Springer and Days of Our Lives and all these other crazy shows, if that's what you're putting in there, how do you expect to get something that's worth anything out? If you eat a bunch of McDonald's over and over again and that's all you eat, you're gonna get fat, unhealthy, you're gonna have a heart attack. It's the same thing. You can't feed your mind crap. At least 30 minutes a day, you should be feeding it something that is positive. You should be giving it some affirmations. You should be giving it a new skill. You should be giving it something of value, something good, something that it can build upon, something that it can digest, something healthy. Feed your mind, okay? Feed your mind. Fourth thing is strengthen your body. It is already proven. Emotions are physical. When you're upset, when you're sad, when you're lonely, when you're confused, when you're anxious, you feel it. You feel it all over your body. You feel it everywhere. Well, it is already proven that when you work out, you change the biochemistry in your body. Working out alone, physically strengthening your body will give you an upper hand on stress and anxiety and will automatically lower it. It will automatically lower it. Next thing is find a mission bigger than yourself. This is huge. So many times we're thinking too small. We're just thinking about us. We're thinking about our life. We're thinking about our problems and woe is me and I didn't get this and I don't have that and da-da. Listen, find a mission bigger than yourself. Find a reason to wake up where you say, listen, I know I'm in this situation, but they're in that situation. I need something bigger than me to focus on. Find a cause, find a charity, find something that you can pour yourself into, and that's going to help you, because once you begin to see what's going on with other people, you find out that your life isn't as bad as you think it is. Sixth thing is find a role model. Find a role model. Find somebody. Listen, don't try to make this thing. Don't try to take this on your own. When you find a role model, it opens up what's possible, because if you see somebody that's done it, then that means that you can do it. If you see somebody that's done it, that means that you can do it. I grew up in a bad neighborhood. I grew up in the hood. I grew up it was a crack house next to me. Everything was bad. Everything around me, all the people around me, no one was where I wanted to be. But I was able to find people that were out of my circle that I could watch, that I could say, listen, I'm going to grow up. There's hope. I can look at that person. I can see what they did. I can talk to them. I can find out. And listen, if you don't have a role model around you, pick a role model out in public. There's so many people on the internet. So many people on the internet that you can follow and that you can read their stories. There's so many books and biographies that you can read about people and how they made it. Find you a role model and model them. And the last thing is go help somebody worse off than you. The secret to living is giving. The secret to living is giving. There's always somebody worse off. Find them and help them. Listen, if you got a problem, walk around or drive around, you can see all these homeless people. Listen, go give them some change out your pocket. Go get them some food. Cook some food for them. Ramen noodles are cheap. Buy ramen noodles packets and make them up and hand them out. Go help somebody that's worse off than you. When you do that, that's going to lift your spirits. That's going to help release chemicals in your body. That's going to help you control your anxiety. It's going to help you control your stress. Listen, I know this video is long, but it's important. It's important. I want you to live your best life possible. I need you to live your best life possible. And the only way that you're going to do that is if you can manage yourself on a day-to-day basis to live your best life possible. And these tips, these 7 things, if you begin to implement them in your life today, you're going to see some massive results. Listen, keep hope alive. Like this video, share it. Somebody needs to hear it. Help them, be a blessing to somebody else. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. And one last thing, listen, if you need help, I am here. There's a link in the video. It's either at the top or at the bottom. There's a link. Listen, if you need help controlling your anxiety, if you need help taking control of your stress, free of charge, I'll talk with you, I'll sit with you, I'll work with you. Click the link, set you up an appointment, and let's get you the help that you need today. Listen, keep hope alive, like and share this video. Have a wonderful day.